Japanese grills this size can cost over £500. Watch now to see how I make my grill for just over 100. I started off sourcing a cat litter tray off of Amazon. It's stainless steel and it's the size that I want. That will make the structure. I then have some 25mm thick vermiculite board. This is for the heat retention and heat shielding. I brought 2 tubes of Victas high temperature adhesive. It's good to 1350 degrees, so that should do the job. And finally, I purchased 4 cast iron grills. They come in packs of 2. There's 2 for the base and 2 for the grill surface. And these cheap barbecue smoker vents will be here before the build finishes, so you can see them. I started off by marking where I want my air vents. As you can see, now I'm going to punch them with my automatic centre punch. There we go. And I'll take that outside and drill it with my hole saw. Stainless steel isn't the easiest to drill or to cut. When you're drilling this stuff, make sure the drill is set to slow and add some oil as you're drilling to stop the bits from melting. So let's talk health and safety for 2 seconds. Stainless steel is horrendous to cut and grind. It throws sparks everywhere that can damage your eyes. And vermiculite board gives off a dust that I really don't want to breathe, so I'm using my trusty VersaFlow. And of course a good pair of gloves. Using my grinder, I'm going to rough up the surface of the cat litter tray so that my bonding agent bonds well to it. The vermiculite board is soft and it cuts easily with a regular jigsaw, just with a wood blade. Well, that's the first piece cut and in place. As you can see, I've left an expansion gap around all sides. This is because the stainless steel expands at a different rate than the board. This gap will be covered once our sides are bonded into place. So now my boards are cut to size. I'm cleaning everything down with some rubbing alcohol so that the bonding agent sticks nicely. Gloves on. Now I'm going to bond my boards to the steel frame, but not to each other. This is very important, as I really don't want to be using bolts, because bolts will allow the heat to transfer from the inside to the outside, avoiding the insulation. So this is where we're at so far. I now need about 72 hours for my adhesive to cure. While it's curing, I'm going to cut a second base from that piece of vermiculite over there, so I have 50mm of insulation in the base. While everything was curing, I took the time to cut my grates to size using my angle grinder. One grate wasn't quite long enough, I needed 2, so I cut the second one. So the final alteration I've made here, as you can see, I've placed the burning grates on a piece of vermiculite to allow a nice clean path of air underneath the grate. I fitted the air intakes with stainless steel screws. My wife here is demonstrating it. As you can see, I fitted one on both ends so that I can have different temperatures at either end of the grill. And here's the inside of the firebox after I've done my masticing and my sealing. And here is my finished teppanyaki grill. I think it came out absolutely great. As you can see, I went with a split grill design. And now let's have a moment's silence. I'll be quiet for a moment while you have a look. As you can see, I really did use a cat litter tray. So I've got together my essentials. My Japanese charcoal, my trusty fire starter, some fire lighters, my good old Zippo, and of course, a cup of coffee. The split grill design worked out awesome. It means I can cook directly on the coals or with skewers over the end when the grill's not attached. And it will be rude not to knock up some teriyaki sauce, make some teriyaki chicken just to try out the grill. It was hotter than I realised. It got a bit charred, but it was still good. The cast iron grate easily handles the high temperatures and it's a cinch to clean as it gets real hot and burns off just about everything.